Hello friends, this is Shipra Agarwal from Just Tutors. So today we are going to learn about metals and non-metals. So in this session we are going to cover these two topics. So first we'll see a brief introduction about metals and non-metals, and then we'll learn about the physical properties of metals and non-metals. So let's get started. So there are 118 elements that are known to us. However, only 103 out of them are been described in their properties. So, out of that 103 elements, we have 90 elements as solid states, 2 are in liquid state, and 11 are in gaseous state. And here we have 91 e- elements as metals, then 17 are non-metals, and 6 are being as metalloids. So the first metal that was discovered was gold, that was in 6000 BC, and then all other metals get discovered. So it was silver, tin, lead, iron, and furthermore. So moving ahead, we have next as the properties of metals and non-metals that we are going to learn about. So based on their properties, we have described or categorized these metal and non-metal into two parts, that is physical properties and chemical properties. Physical properties are more like how they are formed in the physical state or how their physical state is, and the chemical properties are basically based on how they react with the other things chemically. So here first we'll be learning about the physical properties. So physical properties are the properties which you can measure. So here first of all we have the physical state. So metal are generally found in the solid state at the room temperature, while here some examples of metals are sodium, magnesium, aluminium, gold, copper, silver, and while we have one exception as well. So it's the mercury that's been found in the liquid form. As you have seen in the thermometer, that's the mercury that's been filled there, and that's a metal. And the next one, the non-metal, exists in all physical states, in solid, liquid, and gas. Like sulfur, phosphorus, carbon shows presence in the solid state, bromide in the liquid state, and oxygen, nitrogen we have in the gaseous state. Now next we have the luster property. So luster is related to shining. Like, do they have the shining surface or not? So metal shows the luster property. Like we know that gold, copper, silver shows the shining surfaces, while non-metals generally have the dull appearance. Although we have an exception here, like iodine and diamond have the lustrous property. So next we have the hardness. So material which resist surface indentation are said to be hard. So metals exhibit this property. All metals generally have hard surface, like example iron, cobalt, and non-metals are generally found in the soft form, like coal and the sulfur. Here we have the diamond as an exception, as diamond is a non-metal while it's the hardest material known on this planet. So that's a exception. Now the next property is malleability. So malleability is the ability of a solid to bend or to be hammered into the shapes without breaking, like into the shapes of sheets, you can say. So metals are malleable like gold and the silver, you can see that. And non-metal doesn't exhibit this property because non-metals are generally found in the soft form. And then the next we have the ductility. That's the ductible substance can be drawn into a wire. So if you can draw any substance into a wire, so that material is said to be a ductile material. So most metals are good example of ductile materials like gold, silver, copper, and non-metals are not ductile. Now, let's study about the density and conductivity. So density is the degree of compactness of a substance. We know that metals are generally high density. As you can see that they are so dense and so hard. So example like iridium, aluminium, magnesium, and in non-metals, density varies in different physical state. As we know that non-metals found in three different forms. So if that's a solid one, that's going to be high dense, while in the gaseous form, they are really low. Now, the conductivity is the degree to which specified material conducts heat or heat and electricity. So, metal are good conductor of heat and electricity like copper, aluminium, iron. They all conduct the electricity and the heat, while non-metals are not good conductors. And here, one exception is the carbon, as carbon can conduct the electricity. So now, as we have done with so many physical properties, here we have the next one, that is tensile strength. So tensile strength is the capacity of a material or a structure to withstand loads tending to elongate. So metals are really tensile in nature, and non-metals are generally not tensile in nature. So melting and boiling point are the points that are really high for the metals like iron, nickel, and cobalt. As you can see here, in the solid form, we have less melting point, while with the gases, that increases. And now it's a time for the practice question. So you can pause the video and try these all questions here. And there you go with your answers for the practice questions. And I hope you have done an amazing job in trying all these questions and working out your physical properties. So that's all for this video. For more videos, you can visit justtutors.com. Thank you.